Once, all the goddesses accused Goddess Lakshmi of not staying in one place because she kept traveling from one person to another. Then Goddess Lakshmi said,
Those who respect me spend their wealth wisely, work hard. I never ever leave them. But unfortunately, those whom I chose to stay with, they start behaving strangely.
The other goddesses considered Goddess Lakshmi's response as an excuse, and there was no other option left for her besides proving her point. The livelihood of Ramu's family depended on the cultivation of this piece of land.
Open it quickly. I'm hungry. Mummy, there are no vegetables again.
Until the vegetables grow in the field, I'll eat bread with this mango.
Mango? I want it! I want it!
Ramu's family was poor, but still they were happy. And today, their happiness was going to multiply tenfold. The blessings of Goddess of Wealth, Lakshmi, showered upon them in such abundance that there was no limit to their happiness. Rani was at home guarding the treasure, and Ramu was in the field. But if there's treasure at home, how would Ramu feel about working hard in the scorching sun?
Leave it! Leave it! Leave it! Leave my coins! Leave my coins!
With wealth also comes the fear of theft. That same fear was also in Ramu's mind.
You have come so early.
This house is not safe for us now, Rani.
Then what?
After finding the coins, Ramu built a grand house and started living a life of luxury and comfort. Now Ramu wasn't the same Ramu as before. His days changed with the grace of Goddess Lakshmi. Now he was the richest man in Vijayanagar.
Ramu, look what I have brought for you, Mani's honey.
It's rice.
Rice? Just rice? Ramu, you are so observant. These are not just rice grains. They are pearls. Look how they sparkle. I have specially brought them for you, Mani's honey.
But the storehouse is already filled with grains.
Distribute it among the poor and earn blessings, dear. How can Ramu eat the stored grains? Right, sir?
You're right. You're absolutely right.
What are you looking at? Get the grains out of the cart quickly, Mani's honey.
Udanka, here are your coins. Oh, Manu, what have you brought?
What can I bring for you? I am your servant. I am here to serve you. I thought of showing you some real muslin and velvet fabric that came from
Show
a
me.
distant land. Ah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ramu didn't earn this wealth from his hard work, so he kept spending it recklessly. He would give. He would give as much as someone asked for. Eventually, Ramu's wealth exhausted, but not his vices.
We will take our money later, sir.
Debts had to be paid someday. And finally, that day arrived.
What? Just one coin? But you owe me more than that, sir. Money is honey.
I only have this much left.
You still have a lot, Ramu, sir.
In exchange for his debt, Udanka took away Ramu's belongings and the horse cart from his house.
If you did not have the courage to repay, then why did you take my products? You were trying to become a big shot, right? Now take it off. Take away all the belongings.
Ramu showed neither foresightedness nor wisdom in spending his wealth. But now he had realized his mistake.
You don't even have a single coin, and yet you are sitting on the throne. Come on, get up.
Hey, wait!
My boss has asked me to take away all the belongings. Stay away.
No! Our days of luxury are over, Rani.
We didn't value the wealth we got for free. That's why Goddess Lakshmi got upset with us.
All's well that ends well. Ramu and Rani learned from their mistakes and started working hard once again. Ramu's efforts paid off, and Goddess Lakshmi once again became happy with Ramu's hard work. And the goddesses got their answer that Goddess Lakshmi doesn't stay in one house for too long because people stop valuing her. The Vijayanagar Rest House was very famous among travelers. It was the best and most affordable place to stop and eat for the traders traveling through Vijayanagar.
What happened?
The rest house belonged to Bimlesh.
It seems like the cart's wheel got stuck.
Wait, I'll help you.
He was always ready to help people.
Thank you, Bimlesh.
Bhaskar, my friend, you have your meal and rest. I'll take care of this road, huh?
In this good work, Bimlesh had the support of his brothers as well.
Wow, Bimlesh. My friend, you have done a great job by repairing this road.
Take care, my friend, and come again.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Bimlesh's days were passing happily while serving people. One day, a traveler arrived at Bimlesh's rest house whom he had never seen before.
You seem to have come from far away, my friend. Why don't you relax after having your meal in the rest house? Eh?
There are already many people there. After a little rest, I'll find another place ahead.
It didn't seem right to Bimlesh that a traveler should leave his rest house without having food and rest. There might not have been space in the rest house, but there was certainly space in his home.
These chickpeas are for you. It seems he liked it very much. You come inside. Here is your food.
My hunger has increased more after seeing such delicious dishes.
When someone is extremely hungry and so many varieties of dishes are placed in front of them, how can they resist eating? Seeing the food, the traveler got engrossed in eating. After a hearty meal, both the traveler and his horse were refreshed and ready to continue their journey.
Thank you, my friend, for the delicious meal and hospitality. You are very kind and generous. If you have any worries or troubles, please let me know.
Worries? Troubles? No. Why would I worry about anything? I have a happy family. I have 2 brothers. Our children play together. My life is going well by serving people in my rest house. I have no worries at all.
Oh, so you won't express your feelings like this. Wait. I am Yum. I have no fear.
Yama? My lord, is it you? But why are you here?
Don't be afraid. I come here occasionally to visit the earth. Now that you know me, tell me, what worries you?
Bimlesh said that he was worried about his family. What would happen to them if something happened to him? Along with this, he also wanted to expand his rest house so that he could serve more travelers.
As you wish. You are a good person, Bimlesh. You provided me with food and arranged for my rest without even knowing me. Life and death are inevitable. Even I cannot stop them. But in return for your service, I can do this much for you. In your final moment, when I come to take you, I will give you some signs before that. You can do whatever you want for the service of your family and people before that.
Thank you, my lord.
After getting assurance from Yama, Bimlesh no longer had any worries. He wholeheartedly engaged himself in doing everything he could for his family.
Brother, the space in the rest house is now becoming limited. We need to arrange for some additional rooms.
You expand the rest house and you will take care of all its management. Anuj will assist you. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Gradually, Bimlesh also involved both his brothers in the work of the rest house. Time passed. Bimlesh's hair had also turned white.
Let's go.
What happened, brother?
Nothing. I'm all right.
Brother, I'm thinking that there should be arrangements for another dining hall in the rest house. I want to give the management of this to Anuj.
Bimlesh was happy because both his brothers were also well settled now. As time passed, Bimlesh was content because with his advice, his brothers had not only managed but also expanded the business of the rest house. But Bimlesh was waiting for the sign that Yamraj was supposed to give him before his arrival.
Let's go. It's time to leave.
My lord, you...
Oh, not Lord, brother. It's me. You have to go to inaugurate our new rest house.
Oh, I almost forgot, Anuj.
Let's go.
The last days of Bimlesh's life had arrived. But the desire to live does not leave a person until the very end. And so it was with Bimlesh too.
All
All
right,
right,
Bimlesh.
Bimlesh.
Your time on earth has come to an end. So shall we go now?
Anuj...
This time it's not Anuj. It's me, Yam.
But my lord, you said that you would give a sign before coming.
I did give signs, Bimlesh. Your hair turning white, your back bending, the loss of your teeth as you got older. All these were signs of my arrival.
But these things happen to everyone, my lord.
Yes, that's why. The wise prepare for this time, just like you did. I saw how you have made your brothers skilled in their work. Now they can take care of themselves and also serve the people.
Bimlesh realized that after the day he met Yama, he had handled all his responsibilities well. As per Yama's instructions, he had made his brothers capable enough to take care of the family after he was gone. Now he had no burden on his heart. He bid farewell to the earth happily and went with Yama. The 4 seasons, day and night were 6 brothers. Day and night had already divided their time. But once, there was a debate among all the seasons about who is better. Then Agnidev, the fire god, said,
I am the eldest. If I cease to exist, there will be no harvest and people will die due to hunger.
Now it was Sheepdev, the winter god's turn.
No, brother. The harvest happens just because of the winter.
Indradev, the rain god, couldn't see this, so he showcased his power to them.
Brother, the harvest happens because of my rainfall.
Even the youngest, Vayudev, the wind god, was not one to stay behind.
Brother, when I move, clouds gather, then it rains. And after that, there is harvest.
Who else could determine which season is better besides the people? That's why all 4 gods came to Vijayanagar.
The weather is so good during the summer, Manish, honey.
Did you hear that? The people of Vijayanagar loves me so much.
How does it matter if only one person says this?
That's true, Ranka. Mangoes flourish during the summer. And I make good profit due to this.
The decision has been made, leaving the people of Vijayanagar under the protection of Agnidev. The rest of the brothers went away from there.
Oh, it's so hot, Manish, honey. It seems like it's raining fire.
Oh no! All my mangoes have dried up and fallen down. This summer has caused me a lot of loss.
Oh, it's so hot. Somebody give me some water. Is this summer or some calamity? When will it end?
Oh, this heat burnt my cotton. Oh God, save us from this heat. Give us rain.
People don't want you, brother. They want me. And I have to listen to their prayers.
And then Indradev brought the rain.
It's raining? Well, at least we got some relief from this heat monies, honey.
Oh no! This erratic rain won't even let me sculpt properly.
Anything in excess is not good, even if it is rain.
Oh God, what kind of test you are taking, monies, honey?
The winter is better than this. At least I can sell my cotton.
You're right. I also get plenty of clothes for washing. Lots of them. When will winter come?
Brother, the people of Vijayanagar don't want you. They want me.
And then Sheev relieved the people by spreading his cold waves throughout Vijayanagar.
The season of winter has arrived, monies, honey. I was eagerly waiting for this. People often get hungry during winter and my grain sells.
Chiroji uncle, please make this quilt quickly.
It will take some time because the untimely winter has come quite suddenly.
At least it is better than the scorching heat and relentless rain.
Did you hear that?
Is this water or ice? It's so cold.
What kind of quilt is this? It doesn't provide any warmth at all.
How can a quilt fight this cold when even the fire isn't working against it?
Why do you open the shop every day and wait for the customers? The cold has made everyone sick. Will people eat the doctor's medicine or your grain?
Oh no, monies, honey. All these seasons will ruin my business.
This winter has even made me sick. How can I make medicine for so many people? Come back tomorrow.
The weather is so cold and there is no medicine. Oh God, save us.
So Sheev also understood that he was not welcome there. Now it was the turn of the youngest, Vaidev.
Do you see now, brother? The people of Vijayanagar don't want you all anymore. Now it's my turn.
Ah, it's so breezy here. What a pleasant weather today. It will be fun washing the clothes. Oh. Huh? Oh no! My clothes! Stop! My clothes! My clothes! Oh!
Oh, what a disaster! Oh, my trees! Damn!
Oh no, monies, honey, my grains! My shop! Mohan, where are you going alone? Wait, I'm also coming with you.
Even with the arrival of Vayudev, the people of Vijayanagar were not happy. They wanted to get rid of this problem very quickly.
Guruji, now only you can suggest a solution. This has never happened before. The weather has been erratic for the past few days.
Even I had a huge loss, Guruji. Well, it seems like the gods of the seasons are fighting amongst themselves.
Being gods, they should think about it. We are bearing the loss due to their fight.
Let me tell you one thing. Fights always happen to prove a point. If they understand that it's not about being better than each other, but about being together for the welfare of the people, then this fight will end.
All the gods realized their mistake after hearing Guruji's words. It is also true that the joy of rain comes after the heat of summer. Similarly, summer is refreshing after the winter. The wind provides relief in the summer. In the rainy season, clouds spread due to the wind, distributing uniform rain everywhere. After that, the mood of the weather never changed.
If you like this video, subscribe to our channel Murthy Media.